Hey everyone, so this is the second video of the day as we have started 3 videos in a day wala target and we have to accomplish that, and we have to just do practice because we don't have any practice partner, we do not have any other option to do practice. That's why we are hoping for the best and going through 3 videos a day. Have you ever seen such kind of people who say sorry before starting their conversation? And I think this is the bad start before you are doing conversation and you are still not confident about yourself, even though you are not as fluent as other person who is like opposite to you. But you should have confidence on yourself, like if I know 50% of the English, I can speak it, then why do I think about myself these things that I can't speak well? If I've practiced enough, if I know that at least I can do conversation, not in a best way, but yeah, I can convey my thoughts to the other person, then you need not to be say sorry. Why you are saying sorry? Stop saying sorry. Yes, if you will see seriously that there is no point of saying sorry. You are doing a conversation, you are sharing your opinion, you are saying anything about any topic. There is no way, like, why do you need to say sorry to anyone? Is Communication is a two-way thing which need both side of attention, both side of efforts into like conversation. So if you are not able to give 100% in the English, but other person who is much more like good at English can understand what do you want to say, so you don't need to say sorry to anyone. Otherwise you will feel that you don't have that courage to speak in front of anyone, and your self esteem will be very low, and that will literally make you very bad at your spoken skills. It will not motivate you, rather than it will demotivate you, and you will feel that I can't speak well in public. Stop saying sorry and believe in yourself, and start speaking to yourself that you're a much better speaker and you can express your thoughts very clearly. You don't need to say any kind of apologizing line to anyone, because you are not apologetic thing, which you are not doing anything like this. You are just trying to speak, and if you are learning something, you can say that I'm still learning. Instead of saying I'm sorry, you can say I'm still learning, forgive me. Like, I don't know proper English, but yeah, I will try my best, and I'll try to convey my thought properly and clearly to you. And that's how you can start your conversation. It will give a feeling to other person that he is learning something and he is giving efforts into something, and that person will give you respect. Okay, so yeah, think about the both side thing, that if you are saying something, is it affecting you positively or negatively? If you are saying sorry, it means you are somehow feeling less confident, you are feeling low esteemed person, you are feeling that you are lesser than other person, and you are feeling that you can't speak properly, and you are thinking that you might not sound fluent. So why you are saying sorry if this is affecting in a bad way, and it will give you a kind of energy that you will feel I can't speak well, and the other person will like to dominate over you. And why are you giving this chance to anyone? So I just want to say, stop saying sorry and stop being apologetic for not being good at English. And it's not a big deal, it's a very normal thing. If you think that you can't speak like properly in a fluent way, you can start speaking small phrasal verbs kind of thing, and you can use simple sentences instead of saying complicated sentences. Instead of saying a very long sentence, you can start with simple sentences, easy sentences. Your motive is to just convey your thoughts to the other person. Just focus on that, that if I am trying to speak to someone, I should be clear enough that other person can understand my thoughts, what I'm trying to convey. And that's the motive of communication. There is nothing like, you are not flex about your communication skills, I'm good at it, I'm fluent at it. No, first of all, understand the motive. If you know that you don't have to show off your English, you have to convey your thoughts, then you will feel less nervous, and you will feel that yeah, I can speak simple sentences, I will try to say through simple sentences, and I will use easy vocabulary. And that's what you have to follow if you are not able to speak fluently, because I do a lot of time. Even though when I am speaking and recording this video, I'm still trying easy sentences, because I don't know how to speak those complicated sentence where lots of conjunctions, prepositions I use, and I don't know how to use them in a proper way. I just try to speak in a simple sentences and try to convey my thoughts, and more than that I don't know anything about English. If you know one thing about yourself, that I know less number of things about English, if I you know that clearly you are aware of your English, aware of your confidence, that how much you confident about your English, you don't have to afraid of any kind of conversation. First of all, you should be clear about yourself, like how much you can speak on any topic and how you can express yourself. If you know that if you have done a lot of practice related to whatever you know about spoken skills, now you can say anything in front of anyone. Doesn't matter that what and how you are saying, but you should be confident enough on yourself. Because you know, when you will try to speak in like in isolated space, when no one is there, you are just doing your practice, that time you will feel that you've learnt you have a lot of knowledge about English, and you can speak it in a better way. I know that in starting, like me, you will be feeling like not able to speak properly. You will be feeling like, you know, I'm not growing in this journey, I'm stuck at one point. But this happens with everyone, not only with you. Why are you thinking that you are a special one? No, these things are very much common. And even though when I'm not able to like get that perfection in my spoken skill, I also feel like motivated sometimes, and most of the time I am demotivated. But still, out of the demotivation, somehow I find my motivation to do practice about English spoken skills, and I try to like express more and more like things up from my side, and I just try to be in that environment where I'm doing conversations. Have you ever seen a small baby who is just starting like walking and taking help of so many objects? Like watching 6 months of like starting that journey, that he has started standing alone without any support. Now he can walk slowly, and he can go a long way by itself himself without any support. And that is what I've seen in my house, that in only 6 months my niece has started walking. And that's how I got to know about the same analogy with us. If at least we are have 6 months, we should give at least that those 6 months to just learning. Yes, sometimes you will try, you will fail, and then again try this, and try fail try again, try fail try again. You have to go in this journey like a small baby, and just take help and support of other mediums to get fluent in it, to get better in it. You know, you don't have to be too much hard on yourself, but yeah, keep focus that your goal is very much close to you. You need to just give proper and careful steps forward. At last, I just want to say one thing. Like a baby, you need to understand this analogy and take a very serious note of out of it, that you know everything is going on, but you need to focus on the most important thing. The most important thing is we are learning English just for the communication skills, just for get better in it, and day by day we have to communicate with so many people in English. So we are learning this language to communicate with all kind of people who are like communicating in English. So whatever you are just saying, you need to be very clear about those things. You don't have to complicate thing, and you don't need to complicate the topic. Otherwise other person will found you much more complicated, and that person will not try to like understand your way of speaking. And what you are saying, he will try to ignore you, and he will say that I don't know what he say, I don't understand him or her. So first of all, try to be on point. If you know that what you have to express, just go forward and say it. If you don't know how to like modulate everything, modify everything, just be straightforward. At least express yourself in a very humble way and just go forward. Whatever you know, just be confident enough. Don't say sorry for anything. This, you've not done a great like bad thing which you should be guilty of. You are good enough to express yourself. On a funny note, I just want to share this story, because sometimes when I am not doing anything, I'm at home, my brothers are at home. So at night, when we all are like after eating food, like having dinner, what we do in front of the father and mother in the same room, we all sit and just do like chit chat. At that point of time, what I do actually, I just challenge my brothers like to compete with me in English. Whatever I'm saying, they both will be in the same side and I'll be in the next other option, like other side, and we are doing just competition kind of thing, a debate kind of thing, and my parents will judge like who is doing much more better communication and who is expressing much better. I know that my parents also don't know that how they are like expressing and what they are saying, they don't know, but they can see your hand gestures, your body gestures, and your confidence, the way you are expressing yourself, they will judge by that. So somehow you need to understand that even though people don't know what you are saying, how you are saying, if, apart from like your words, they can judge you on the basis of your body language, your hand gestures, your like eye contact, and most important, how you are deeply like expressing your thoughts. Are you just superficially saying such things which you have just mug up in the backstage, or you are saying something deeply from your heart with understanding the sense of the words? And that makes a huge difference. Other than that, you can do these kind of competition at home and you will see that you are doing a great fun while having that debate, because in siblings, as you know, that we do fights while doing, as someone is just shouting and other person is just trying to like be silent and take a pause so that other person can silent and you can express yourself. It just happens and it looks very funny and very entertaining. You don't need any television to have fun, you can start these. This was the second video of our day, and I think I've done enough practice, and in the third part I'll be sharing some important things and I'll try to give us some kind of message through my video. And in this video, I don't know what you will get as a message, but only message which I have for you is stop saying sorry, stop apologizing for your spoken skills. If you are not fluent at it, if you are not better in it, it's okay. It does not affect anyone's opinions, anyone's life. It just affect your mentality if you are saying sorry, because you are negatively taking it and your confidence is not like growing. So first of all, understand the logic behind communication. The logic is to just convey your thoughts, not to show off your skills. So focus on that and don't panic about spoken skills, and just do your practice as usual you do.